So let's get straight into your world business today on Wall Street. The trading week taking us into Christmas, but it looks like the virus is set to upstage the Santa rallies across the developed and emerging markets. My colleague in New York, Andrew Schmertz, joins me now for more on this and more. It's stimulus Monday. Let's start from there. It's always about Monday or Tuesday or Friday. This is not going to be Friday this week. Or will it be Friday this week? I'm not too sure. You can approve anything anytime you want because this is a whole $900 billion package. How did we get here, wasn't it? How do we move forward?
Yeah, you predicted it. You said Monday, and it is Monday, and Congress apparently has got it done. Lawmakers will vote in a couple of hours on the $900 billion stimulus plan. They will also vote on the $1.4 trillion budget plan. That will fund the government through September. After that, they will probably ignore everybody's advice and travel home for the holiday. So that will be it for Congress. Stimulus plan provides for $600 in direct payments to most individuals. If you got a $1,200 check in the spring, you will get a $600 check this time around. $1,200 for couples and $500 per person. There's $284 billion in payroll protection money for small businesses so they can rehire any workers furloughed. There's also money for the airlines to do the same. There's another $20 billion in grants for minority businesses. For unemployment insurance, people will be receiving $300 additional extra dollars per week. There's currently about a $400 cap, depending on the state. You will get an additional $300 on top of that. There's also critical aid for vaccine distribution and aid for the nation's colleges. So, finally, an end of the story. After weeks and weeks of us saying that they were close and they were close, Congress got the ball over the finish line, got the stimulus plan done, got the budget approved. They could declare victory and go home, and we'll begin it all again in January.
What about the victors and the vanquished? I guess everyone has gotten bruised already and they're already tired. So they could have just well go spend Christmas and New Year and come back in January. But by the way, it's good news for you Americans and we wish you well. But the markets are selling off. I saw that a bit of a bets on Tesla's a bearishness is beginning to come in through as this company joined the 500. But first of all, let's talk about this COVID causing anxiety.
Yeah, so once again, this is a COVID news-driven market. The markets were down by about 400 points. The Dow has come all the way back right now, up about 50 points. But the concern was news out of the UK of this strain you've been talking about, this extra virulent strain that is attacking more people. It's said to be 70% more infectious. There's some debate about that number. However, what that's causing is a number of European countries are banning flights from the UK. There's a number of governors in the United States are saying the U.S. should do the same. There's about half a dozen flights that have just come into New York from the UK, and there's concern that there are people infected on board those flights, though the airlines have been taking precautions in testing people for COVID, etc. So that's causing the markets to sell off, and it's really impacting the travel stocks and the energy stocks. Oil is off by about 5% right now. American Airlines, United Airlines down better than 4%. Carnival Cruise Lines and the cruise line industry in general down between 4 and 6%. So the usual suspects getting hurt because of the new COVID scare. There's good news, of course. The Moderna vaccine's been approved and it's begun distribution, but that vaccine is still seen as weeks or months out. And so it is really a market that is impacted on the day of market news, and COVID is seemingly overriding everything.
I think so. But Tesla seem to have a life of his own, still surging through, driving through the whole virus, the strain, the vaccine. But should investors be cautious here?
Yeah, so Tesla debuts today on the S&P 500, and it's a stock that is heavily weighted on the S&P 500. It's in the top 10 of the S&P 500 stocks for its weight value. And that means that because these shares tend to be very volatile, there's concern that it's going to make the index very volatile. Tesla shares are up 700% this year, 700% to a market cap of $600 billion. Now, put that in perspective. A year ago, Tesla was having trouble paying the rent on its factories. It had a tremendous amount of debt, and there was concern that it would have to restructure to pay off that debt. It has, however, paid off most of that debt thanks a large part to stock sales. Tesla sold 140,000 cars in the third quarter. The lowest priced vehicle is the Model 3, which is priced at $37,000, but you really can't drive it off of the dealer's lot for less than $50,000. And I say dealers, Tesla is the dealer. They don't have dealers. They do direct sales. So Tesla, big day for Tesla. Elon Musk congratulating the employees on a very successful day. And, it kind of validates Musk's business model. He's said all along this company would be a success, and it being on the S&P 500, and they had to put it on there because it's certainly one of the 500 most valuable companies trading today.
Following the news, I'm following Tesla's news, and if Elon Musk decides to write a book and title it Tesla, I'll just buy it and try to read that. If 12 months ago you can't pay your rent, today you're worth $600 billion US. That looks straight like a comet. But the last question is about something about McDonald's. I think you're asking me about a sandwich here, about Oreo cooking and mayo. Would I like one? Yes, I would like one. So how do I get it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you have to go to China. McDonald's has debuted this sandwich in China. It's 2 slices of Spam topped with Oreo cookie crumbs and mayonnaise. Sounds delicious. McDonald's, however, is getting hammered on social media. One commentator said, you want to serve this to someone you have to invite for lunch, but you never want them to return again. McDonald's is only selling 40,000 of the sandwiches if they find 40,000 people to try it. I guess I'll try it. I'll try anything once. It's an interesting combination. Spam, Oreo cookies, and mayonnaise. I guess they just kind of crunch it all together.
Yeah, I can see some images over there. I don't mind. I'll have that if I can just get it. But again, with the virus hanging around the corner, I might just hold on a little bit while. Thank you so much. Whatever it tastes like, when you taste it, let me be the first to know, Andrew. Have a great day on Wall Street.